Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to walk you through the key differences between the OmniStudio Standard Designer and the classic Managed Package Designer, specifically focusing on two major tools, OmniScript Builder and the FlexCards. If you have worked on OmniStudio before, you're going to love some of these new updates. And if you are new to this will help you hit the ground and running. Let's dive in. OmniStudio Standard Designer is now built natively into Salesforce, which means no more installing Managed Package just to access the OmniScripts and FlexCards. But it's not just under the hood changes. The interface and the workflow have been reimagined to make life easier for both the developers and the admins. Now, let's look at what's new in the OmniScript Builder inside Standard Designer. As soon as you open the OmniScript, you can see that it looks a lot similar to the older version, where all your OmniScripts are listed here and you have your basic functionalities like searching, filtering, and refreshing and creating new OmniScript all from this page. Now let's go ahead and open one of our OmniScripts. As soon as you open one of your OmniScripts, you can see that it looks a lot like your flow editor or flow builder. Let's go ahead and look through each sections and changes that has happened here. One thing that you immediately see is that the elements are arranged to the left panel and their respective actions are on the right panel or sides. In the new layout, all components like input, text block, button, etc. are now on the left pane. In the older version, if you're familiar with that version, it was on the right side. Now, to add and remove elements, you can just type your element like let's say it's similar to what we were doing before. It's just a lot more convenient since all the elements are on the left side. It's easier for us to figure out where it is located on the screen. The next thing that I'm going to show is that one of the other update that we have on this new OmniStudio Designer is that to activate an element, you have to use the eye icon in the list view. So we will go to a list view, and to activate whatever element in your script, you just have to toggle this eye icon right here. You can see the element is deactivated successfully. So that is how you will activate and deactivate elements in your new OmniScript editor or builder. One of the other updates that we have in the new OmniStudio Designer is adding and removing elements feels a lot more faster, and dragging and dropping also feels a lot more faster. It is more convenient and a lot more faster to build these elements and flow all together. The next feature that they have implemented here is the setup icon. So here you have a separate setup icon where you can edit all the properties of a selected element on the screen. The next feature that I'm going to show you is the side panels. So if you want to shrink the side panels on either sides, you can do so by closing. Now we have a separate option to do it. This gives us a lot more real estate to play with and edit our components on the screen. To bring it back, you just have to click on your required element or list. Similar to that, on the right side, you can just click your setup tab, which will bring up the setup panel where you can edit the properties. Also, Salesforce has added a design assistant. It gives you real-time suggestions like validation or best practices that you should follow while developing your OmniScript. This is a handy feature which can reduce the number of bugs or issues that may come across during the development of your components. Another thing that you might see on the builder is that there is no deploy button. Now we have the activate and preview button, which is streamlined and much faster compared with the older versions. These are some of the changes that they have implemented in the new OmniScript Builder. Similar to this, let's go ahead and see a few changes that has happened in the FlexCards. Just like OmniStudio Builder, FlexCard also have some minor updates. Similar to the designer, we have a new look where it's more streamlined and clean. Now let's go ahead and open one of the FlexCard that they already have. Here also you can see a similar look compared with the OmniStudio Builder, where it's much more like the flow builder, where you have all the elements packed on the left pane and all the actions packed on the right side. Like OmniScript, FlexCard components are also now live in searchable left pane, which means you can search for your elements on the left pane. One other thing that is new to the FlexCard is the data JSON viewer and action debugger with a search option. So if you preview this, you can see there is a search box on your debug tab. Here you can search for items or fields in your data JSON, which is a lot more convenient way to debug your OmniStudio FlexCards. Also, another thing that I felt like which is new to the FlexCard is that the activation of FlexCard once it is done is so much faster compared to the older versions. Now, the standard design is a massive step forward for OmniStudio. Whether you are a junior developer, admin or architect, this makes your work faster, cleaner and more intuitive. If you are still on managed package version, consider trying the new designer in a standbox. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more Salesforce deep dives. Drop a comment if you want a video on how to migrate from old to new versions.